Commitment 2024 coverage today. A local race is growing pretty contentious in the final days leading up to Election Day. The race to elect the new Dallas County attorney.
KCCI's Bo Bowman spoke to both candidates today and joins us in the studio. Bo.
Yeah, Laura, Jody, it's hard to drive anywhere in Dallas County right now without seeing a yard sign for either Democrat Megan Guns or Republican Matt Schultz, which might seem a bit out of place. It is a county attorney's election, but the candidates say it's due to the exponential growth in the county, leading to the role becoming more and more important and the differences between them.
I think one of the main reasons is really the stark contrast. You know, I've been a career prosecutor. I've been prosecuting 15 years.
And I think people, they look at the country and they look at things going on and they want to make sure that their community is safe.
Republican Matt Schultz has held several public offices in his career, serving as a city council member in Council Bluffs before being elected as Iowa's Secretary of State and later the Madison County Attorney. Democrat Megan Guns has worked in the Dallas County Attorney's Office and now in Polk County as a prosecutor. Both campaigns started trading barbs last week. Guns posted on Facebook saying that Schultz reacted to her mother's post from 6 years ago.
Not true. Wasn't me.
Schultz now claims that was a spoof account on Facebook, calling out the Democratic Party for identity theft. Schultz was the victim in an identity theft case that happened more than a decade ago when he was the Secretary of State. An employee at a Democratic consulting firm pled guilty in that 2012 case.
I have no idea who it is, but I just can tell you in the past, I've had people try and impersonate me to try and get for political tricks. And, people play those games, get caught.
I find it very coincidental that those likes and those laughing things came onto my mom's Facebook account the day before his slam website against me came out, in which he used a bunch of photos of me that were posted by other people.
As Dallas County continues to grow, both candidates recognize that crime will build too, and say they are focused on campaigning on those issues.
I think what people really care about is making sure that you have a prosecutor who's tough on crime. And I have that experience.
That as people are moving to Dallas County, those young families know that they have somebody who is experienced and is going to be able to keep the community safe and work with law enforcement.
Now in Dallas County, there are no more satellite voting opportunities left, but you can still vote early at the auditor's office up until the end of the business day, November 4th, and then obviously at your local precinct on Election Day.